Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the
Listen, you got 150 entries and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So
there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up.
stop.
Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. Just this is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night.
Get him in your lineups, get him in there, and let's go get this money.
Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. What's up? What's happening? This is your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today we're gonna be chopping up what happened last night, looking back at where we were, and looking forward, of course, to where we would like to go. We do have a pretty decent 4-game NBA slate. First, before we get into the regular formatting of the show, there's a couple of shout-outs that I do have. From a couple of the homies in the shop. And actually, this one right here that we're going to talk about, this is one of my favorite out and really just showing why what we do in the shop is so important, man. How we help each other. This is a brotherhood. This is a bond, bro. Like, you don't just get in here like, I just want to be a part of the sweatshop. Nah, fuck that, man. You gotta fuck with us. You gotta show that you're in with us. And this is good karma for this dude. This dude is always up doing his own stream. Like, I would not be surprised if he's like, yo, Mo, I've been having a lot of success, man. I've learned these new little strategies that I've been sharing with everybody. I'm gonna go and start my own thing. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised, because so many people do that. Like, that's the point. That's why I want you here in the sweatshop, because I want you to get in here, learn what you learn, and take everything that we have to offer you, get good, go out, do your own thing, help some other people. That's what this whole thing is about, bro. That's what the whole thing is about. I guarantee you, I'm your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast. I guarantee you. The guy that you probably listen to the most, if it's not me, probably came from what we do here in the sweatshop. And it's not my fault. It's all about you and what all you bring to the table. So then, shout out to the other homie. Shout out to the homie Jim Blevins, man. Went out, had a very solid night. He took down first place in the tournament here as well. I think with a score of 346. Nice one. And that was good for 7 bands for him. You see the logo shining loud and proud. Awesome. Very solid night, man. So let's go ahead and jump into the feature for plays of the night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS Sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. The homie Bill says, you got to do a blood oath to get in. Cut our hand and literally swap blood. Like, that's funny as well. Hell yeah. Hey, that's crazy. So let's go ahead, man. First guy we're going to talk about is the Who Dat scoring all them points over their player of the night. This dude, without a shadow of a doubt, came in and took a lot from my lineups, bro. Because I felt like a point guard. I really felt like a point guard in this situation was going to do very well. The problem was, I thought that the point guard in this situation that was going to do well was going to be Kyle Lowry. And it just wasn't that. This team hit a ton of 3-pointers last night. Fred VanVleet did all this damage in only 18 minutes, bro. 18 minutes. 19 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 4 3-point shots, a couple of steals, and 3 blocks. He went ham. Fred VanVleet, Who Dat, scoring all them points over their player of the night. The next guy we're going to talk about is the how did I miss that play? And I've got to be very honest with you. The heat check play could have been how did I miss that play? But this is going to go to Jonas Valanciunas, because this is a guy that I talked about and just did not get any exposure to him. I wanted to stack this, and I had a little bit on FanDuel, but I had no Valanciunas on DraftKings, and I really think that is That is what cost me on DraftKings. I had literally no exposure to Valanciunas, and I should have had some, but he went out and had an awesome game, man. In 24 minutes, 16 points, 13 boards, 3 assists, a steal, and 3 blocks, while only turning the ball over 1 time. Just quick question: what was the percentage of owned on Van Vliet? He was like 1% owned. Van Vliet was like 1% owned. Nobody had that dude. Nobody. Next guy I'm going to talk about is the Heat Check play tonight. And you're going to see a couple of names here. Number one, Andre Drummond. Okay? I don't know if it was the all-star snub narrative. I don't know if it was the get up to the level of the competition narrative with him matched up against Rudy Gobert. But I can tell you, bro, and the game did go into overtime, right? I think the game did go in overtime. But still, man, 39 minutes, 30 points, 24 boards, 4 assists, a whopping 83 total fantasy points, 3 steals, and 6 blocks. This dude had a monster game. And, earlier in the slate, I was like, yo, there's no way Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons had a 29-point first quarter. So I knew, like, yo, this dude was definitely going to win the Heat Check play of the night. But nah, man, Drummond went the fuck off. And I gave Ben Simmons some love as an honorable mention, but that was just a masterful performance that we saw from Andre Drummond, man. Very, very great game. He went out and just got it done. Just got the job done. Now, let's talk about that one motherfucker.
Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, little snowflake falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, falling, 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 falling on my head. Snowflake.
Horrible. TJ Warren. You's a motherfucking snowflake. With your snowflake ass, and I'm not gonna roster your bitch ass again. Now, I had a feeling that the matchup for Devin Booker was gonna be a little tough. Matched up against the homie Vic Oladipo, who I absolutely liked. I thought, hey, maybe some of that usage, some of that great usage shifts over to TJ Warren because he's gonna be in such a much better matchup than his teammate Devin Booker. But you, brother, 7K you stole from us. You only brought back 16 points. Man, you a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, and I'm not gonna roster your bitch ass again. Now let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Snowflake ass motherfucker. So, we do have a 4-game slate on deck for you today. A couple of those games are going to be nationally televised. I believe it is the Washington-Oklahoma City game is a natty telly, and of course the Minnesota and Golden State games. Both of those games are going to be nationally televised. So let's go ahead, chop those up just a touch, and see what we can come up with as we break down these games in its entirety. And the last thing we're going to do, we're going to go over to FanDuel, and we're actually going to create a FanDuel lineup that you can maybe use in cash, or even if you wanted to use a light GPP, we're going to do that as well, all right? So let's go ahead, jump into the slate, and we're doing this because our first look show, what we want to do is we want to look at the pricing across both sites. We want to take a look at FanDuel. We want to take a look at DraftKings and see how these two entities correlate in terms of what they put as a value on specific players. So let's go ahead. We're going to start from a DraftKings perspective, then go over to FanDuel. We've only got 4 games to break down. Let's go ahead and jump into it. First game we got is going to be the Sacramento Kings going to Miami to take on the Heat. I should have had like a Will Smith drop. Welcome to Miami. That would have been dope. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, we got Hassan Whiteside at 8.4. Willie Cauley-Stein at 6.5. This does look good for Whiteside. I kind of like Whiteside here at 8.4. Would love him a little bit more if we find out that Goran Dragic will play. Him and Tyler Johnson are both game time decisions. As we already know, Dion Waiters is out for the season. So we're going to have to come back and look at this a little bit closer. I've been all up on Josh Richardson over the last few games. And I'm not going to say, he has like completely let me down, disappointed me, blah, 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 blah. He's just not exceeding value. He hasn't had that, oh, I'm Josh Smith and I can shoot sometimes games. He hasn't had that one. He hasn't had that, oh, I'm Josh Smith and I can stroke it. He doesn't have that game yet. And I don't want to jump off of him before he gives me that game. So we're looking at De'Aaron Fox at 5.2 as a game time decision, as well as Zach Randolph. We already know Frank Mason Jr. is going to be out in this game. So who do we like here? In my opinion, we got a 10.5 point differential here and only a 200 point total. So I think what that means for me is you grab the studs. Any studs you see, just go ahead and grab them, lock them up. You'll be fine. And that's going to be Hassan Whiteside, maybe Goran Dragic if he does play. Outside of that, not a lot else to love here. On the other side, if there's no Zach Randolph, and we know we're going to see 25 plus minutes for Skal Labissiere, I think he is going to be in play for us, as well as maybe some Bogdanovic. Josh Smith retired. I hope Josh Richardson. I'm sorry, Josh Richardson. Temple Whiteside is a fade on FanDuel. Okay. Whiteside is 9.3. Now let's go over to FanDuel and check out the pricing, because this is going to give us a better idea on what the actual sites think and how they value these guys. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going over to FanDuel, where Carly Stein 7.5. He is priced up some. De'Aaron Fox 5.4. He's 200 more. Bogdan is only 200 more. That's not bad. George Hill is 4.5. Yo, if there's no De'Aaron Fox, I think George Hill is playable. I really do. I think George Hill is playable, especially on FanDuel, where he's only 4.5. I do. Whiteside is 9.3. That's a little high. Goran Dragic only 100 more. Josh Richardson 6.7. James Johnson looks to be playable at 5.8 on FanDuel. Zebo's in a casket. Zebo is like plainly dead. Zebo's in a casket. He's dead. I can't play Zebo. He got to show me something first before I ever can get back there. So I'm gonna look at George Hill again. Yeah, okay. George Hill is the same price across both sites. So what's probably going to happen? Okay, so you know George Hill is going to get minutes. You do know that, right? Whether he starts or not, he's going to get minutes. Especially with you look at De'Aaron Fox as a game time decision. Frank Mason is out, and we've seen De'Aaron genius because he just balled out and had a career game. So it looks like a great play at 4.3. Like it's like an awesome play. But I'm not so sure that he's a guy that you're going to be able to play. I'm not sure. All right, next game we got is going to be the Washington Wizards going to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. We've got John Wall priced at 8.5 on DraftKings. That is a cheap price for John Wall, bro. I can automatically say John Wall is somebody who I'm very interested in. I am interested in John Wall at 8.5. He's a guy that has been known to play up to the level of competition. It's a 213 point total. I like this game actually. This game is jumping off to me right quick. Russell Westbrook at 11.4 looks playable. Paul George coming off of that All-Star snub, and they've been talking shit about Westbrook and Paul George have been talking shit about him not making the All-Star team. So I think that's going to be usable. Melo with his old ass at 6.1 could be usable. That's not bad. Steven Adams at 6.6 is usable. Whenever I like Westbrook a lot, I always go to Steven Adams and take a look at him. I am cautious about Wall on the road. Gotta take a look on DK. Yeah, I can dig that. But at 8, you get Wall under 9K in a up-tempo matchup. Like, it's just so hard for me to not give him that consideration. Then we've got Otto Porter as a game-time decision. If he does not play, that easily opens up the door for Kelly Oubre Jr., who I do like at 5.1, and creates more shots for not only Bradley Beal, but for John Wall as well. This is the stat game today. So far, what I'm looking at, this is the game stat game. This is the one where you get as many pieces as you can, and if you get the right cheap piece in this game, that can really put you over the top. And I'm talking about guys like maybe Raymond Felton come off the bench playing some meaningful minutes. Jeremy Grant maybe come off the bench and playing some meaningful minutes. It's only a 4-game slate, so you're going to need that guy. You're going to need that guy that is cheap and low owned. That gives you the salary flexibility to pay up for another stud, but it's going to ball out. I like Roberson for his steal and block upside. The Wiz turn it over a lot. I can definitely agree with that when you talk about from a FanDuel perspective and how those defensive stats on FanDuel really help you out. Markieff Morris at 4.7. Just because he's so cheap, he's gonna gain some traction for me. just because he's so cheap and the situation with Otto Porter. But this is the game, bro. I really like this game. This is the game. So let's go ahead and look over on FanDuel because I want to see what FanDuel says John Wall is gonna do. If FanDuel says John Wall is gonna ball, that could be a solid option for us. Okay, so okay, he's 1,000 cheaper. He's 1,000 cheaper on FanDuel. FanDuel says that he's gonna score 45 to 50 points. That's what FanDuel thinks. FanDuel thinks that John Wall is a 9.5K play. We multiply that times 5. That's damn near 50 points. So if you're gonna give me that at 8.5 on DraftKings, where you can even get more this time, he didn't have a good game out last time because he was sick dealing with this. I think all that's done, and we can see 30 plus minutes from him. I want to look at yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. 7.9. Paul George 8.1. Steven Adams 7. Revenge narrative shit that people are gonna try to bring up, but really it doesn't make sense to me. That crazy shit on today. It's really not. It really doesn't matter. It's not a big deal at all in the least. So let's go. We're gonna look at this game from a DraftKings perspective first, and then we're gonna double check, go back, and see how FanDuel rates these plays. Let's go take a look. All right, we got Kristaps Porzingis 8.3. He is seen as a game time decision. I want to have a look at what's been ailing him. What's been his issue over the last couple of games? I think he's at. Well, I knew he was tired. I knew he was tired a couple of games ago. But let's see what's happening. Oh, he has that knee. He has that sore knee. But he's supposed to play today. Okay. He went through limited practice Wednesday. Is considered questionable for today's game, so he should be good. He should be good. Okay. Yeah, he should be good. So, Tim Hardaway Jr. at 6.3. I kind of like that. I think Kristaps is playable at 8.3. Cantor at 6K. I don't really love Cantor, but I think Courtney Lee at 4.8 is a guy that we could take a look at. Gary Harris, especially if Gary Harris is out. If Gary Harris is out, Courtney Lee is definitely in play for me. Yeah, if Gary Harris is out, you can definitely take a look at Courtney Lee here. Jamal Murray at 6.7. Point guards against the Knicks have been a thing recently, so I definitely can look at him. I like Will Barton at 5.8. Nikola Jokic at 8.9 is going to be usable, definitely. Jokic is going to be is definitely going to be usable. Trey Lyles 5.2. The funny thing about this is Mike Malone's rotations. Malone's rotations are always hard to predict. They're always hard to predict. I think you look at Mason Plumlee at 4.4, can be a usable play. This is a nice one too, a low-key stackable joint too. This is nice. Check the look. Let's take a look. Alrighty. Murray is chalk. I think it's a trap. Malone has gotten better. All right. I'm gonna look over FanDuel and check on the same game on FanDuel and see how things operate there. Kristaps is 8.7 on FanDuel. I think it's a trap. I kind of like Hardaway. Hardaway's cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings, 5.9. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. I think, yeah, Hardaway is definitely in play. Michael Beasley, 5.9. Kyle Quinn being a game time decision at 3.8. Will Barton, 6.5. Plumlee is 5K. Yo, look at Jokic, bro. Jokic is 9.7 on DraftKings. I mean, on FanDuel. That's a good, not a good price, but that tells you that he could be playable on DraftKings because he's so high on FanDuel. Okay. Then we got the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Golden State to take on the Golden State Warriors. And you know what? You got to think maybe they sat Jimmy Butler last night so that he could damn, appreciate what you do, Mo. The sweatshop is more than DFS to me. It helps me with my depression. I love trying to help others. Let me get out of myself. Fuck yeah, man. Thank you, bro. Damn, thank you. Hell yeah. All right. So yeah, that was dope, bro. Damn, thank you, man. All right, so we got Minnesota going to Golden State. You got to think the reason why, some of these cats sat out or Jimmy Butler was out was because they wanted to give him one more game of rest before they played Golden State Warriors. Do you think that can be a thing? Because, I think Jimmy Butler could come back today. Of course, we need to check out and see what's happening during morning walkthroughs and shoot around and all of that. Let's take a look. Let's see what it says. It says, Butler has been ruled out for Wednesday's game against the Trailblazers. He was downgraded to doubtful earlier Wednesday. So he was questionable and then was downgraded to doubtful. I think they were like, nah, we're going to keep him out one more time, sit him down. Yo, the homie dropped a little piece of cake on me in the stream. Hey, yo, if you feel froggy, go ahead and jump. Every little bit helps. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Shout out to the homie. All right, so let's go ahead. Wiggins, 7K. Price is up on him. I need to find out what's going on with Jimmy Butler before all of this. Before I do much with this, okay? The one guy that I do like in the spot, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think Karl Anthony Towns has had some decent games against the Golden State Warriors. I don't think they've been able to run him off of the floor a lot. Yeah, okay, he's had 42, 52, 40, 41, 36 the first time they played in only 27 minutes. I don't think he's a guy that they allow him to I don't think Minnesota's always going to allow Golden State to run him off of the court. You know what I'm saying? This is the game to go heavy on Steph. He's been struggling late. Won't go another game playing below his usual standard. I kind of agree. I kind of like I like Steph here at 10.4. The one thing is, we hate to kind of look at blowouts like, oh, this game is gonna blow out. We kind of hate to do that, but I do want to make sure in my spirit that I don't think this game is gonna blow out. I really want this game to stay close and competitive. We got Draymond at 7.5. That is beautiful. Whenever you get Draymond that cheap, I do like him in this spot. Klay Thompson is coming in as a game time decision. If he is out, that does help the cause of keeping this game pretty close. There's no over-under on the game yet, but I'm sure Golden State is going to be favored heavily at home. I'm sure they are. So, of course, we've got no Jordan Bell. Patrick McCaw's a game time decision, so that means you could get some more minutes from guys like Iguodala, even David West at very cheaper plays. And they was talking shit about Klay too. A couple of cats around the league was talking shit about Klay Thompson making the All-Star team. They were talking shit about, Golden State might come out and wreck. Oh my God. Okay, look at Klay against them. 43, 57, 43, 45. Golden State might come out and wreck them. Because people are talking shit about, players around the league are talking shit about Curry, Durant, Draymond, and Klay Thompson making an All-Star team. Players are talking shit about that. And the Warriors, the Warriors they're dirty like that. Not dirty, but they're them little light-skinned dudes, man. They do shit like that. They'll say, you know what? Oh, since y'all want to talk shit about Klay, we are going to feed Klay, and Klay's gonna drop 29 points in the third quarter and finish with 57 points against y'all. So if Klay plays, if I find out Klay is playing, this is something to consider. I mean, think about that. Because they're real. What's the word I'm looking for? Like they're assholes like that. If you play, you try to, because they still feel like an underdog, bro. That's the one thing about Steph Curry and Draymond Green is they still feel like they don't get the respect they deserve, and everybody sucks them off. Klay is playing. He ain't passing this up. Televised game tonight. Yeah. They do that light skin shit. I'm telling you, like this could be the spot where they just run the fuck straight through Timberwolves and play a lot and play well. So, and some of the cheaper pieces might really go off, like Clay and Draymond Green. They're very spiteful. They're very spiteful. They're very spiteful. Yes. They're very spiteful, and I could because did you see what my man's was saying about Klay Thompson? He was like, yo, like he was like, I don't know how four motherfuckers from the same team can get on the All-Star team, and then Paul George didn't make it. That's what Westbrook was saying. You know what I'm saying? So this is must see TV tonight. Taj Gibson at 5.6. I've just talked myself off of every fucking body that plays for Minnesota. Like I don't somebody for the Timberwolves has got to score, but I just talked myself off of any exposure to Timberwolves that I might have had. That's crazy. So we got to dig back in. The more khaki color motherfuckers in the Oracle, man. So Jam Crawford at 3.5. I kind of like that. He's cheap. Taj can do some rebounding at 5.6. He's probably going to play some 5 as well. Wiggins at 7K. Clay going to crush him if he does. Jeff Teague at 6.4 can be usable. And then Karl Anthony Towns at 9.2. So let's go over to FanDuel. Sorry about the stream. The stream was tripping, man. Those of you that stuck with the stream, thank you so much for sticking around with me. Sorry about that. So let's go look at FanDuel and see how the prices differ. Okay, Steph Curry 9.9. Yes, give me all the Steph Curry on FanDuel I can take. Draymond Green 8.1. Klay Thompson 6.6. Jaja 3.7. I really love that one. On the other side, okay, Karl Anthony Towns is cheaper. Karl Anthony Towns is cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. That's usable. So is Andrew Wiggins at 6.5. That could be usable. Taj Gibson at 5.6. He is cheaper. Jamal Crawford 3.7. So, can you pull up Cat and Wiggins' history real quick? Most certainly, my brother. Let's take a look at Wiggins against the Golden State Warriors. I don't think Golden State is going to roll over Minnesota, though. I actually like the Minnesota side a lot better. And see, okay, for all intents and purposes of this being a good game, and we've seen 4 quarters of everybody, I really wish Sam Dizzle is right about this. I really wish that, but it's a tough one. All right, so we got this the homie against Golden State, man. Wiggins 32, 30, 37, 41, 39. He saw him earlier this year and put up 37 fantasy points at 6.3. So that was value. He made value the first time he saw them, and I do think that I think he was still playing. I think Butler was in that game too. And see, all of this can change if Butler plays. If Butler needs to play tonight, somebody go call Jimmy Buckets and tell him to get his ass in there, bro. If Buckets plays tonight, this could be a really nice one. I mean, you won't have to go too much further than Minnesota, Golden State, and Washington, Oklahoma City to get where you need to go. Let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns one more time. I really hope he plays, bro. Lonzo, I really hope he plays. I think they just held him out because of this game, because this game is coming up. So let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns. Okay, 33, 39, 37, 48, and 41. He's had some decent games, never really crushed value against him. I want to look at Jimmy Buckets and see what he's done against him so far. And he's 9K on FanDuel. He's 8.8 on DraftKings. So let's take a look. See what Buckets did. 27 against Golden State early this year, because that was the game that they played. And then he dropped 45 against them last year when he was playing for the Bulls. So he is questionable at the moment. Yeah, he is questionable. I hope he plays, though. Hope he plays. So, we went through the slate, broke it down. Shout out to everybody that was able to weather some of the technical difficulty storms with me. Thank you so much. Let's go out, man. Have a really solid night. If you want to know how to get in the mix, man, it's easy. You go to the website, www.dfssweatshop.com. That's where I will be chopping up everything, man. We're going to be going live in the sweatshop. We do that to help everybody build their lineups. And also, that's where all the homies at, man. All the ones that you saw winning in the middle, like at the beginning of the show, those are where they're at, and they share their process with you, and we all work together and do the best that we can to help each other out. So let's go ahead and jump off a really quick lineup on FanDuel. We're gonna build one real fast, kind of just to build like a little YouTube line that you can use if you like. Okay, so I already said that Curry is a guy that I'm in love. I'm in love with playing Curry. I'm gonna have some Curry here. So we're gonna go to the lobby. I'm gonna enter like maybe the dollar joint. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up like a little dollar joint. Jump in there and see what we can come up with, man. Let's go. We're gonna we on FanDuel. We're gonna go to NBA, and I'm already telling you, Curry is somebody I'm playing. Like I'm playing that dude. Okay, let's find the single entry, the big dollar joint, the single entry joint. Let's find. Okay, here we are. Bam. Okay, so we're gonna jump into the Thursday dribbler on FanDuel and create a line there. Oh yeah. Well, no, I'm gonna jump in and do a little something tonight. Inside the VIP, man. I think I'm feeling real frisky with it. So, all right, first guy we got. I'm going Curry. I'm playing Curry today. It's in terms of shooting guards. I think Clay, man. I'm gonna rock out Clay. We just talked about that. In terms of small forwards, I like Oubre Jr., man. I like Oubre Jr. if Otto Porter doesn't play, but we don't have that information yet. Andre Iguodala looks usable. Let's look. Paul George, man. Paul George. So we got Paul George. We got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Paul George, our power forward that we're gonna be on today. Chris Staff, no. I kind of like James Johnson at 5.8. I think he is a very usable play. Markieff Morris kind of jumps out at 4.4. David West, Gorgie Jane, some of those guys. Scala BCR at 5.6. That price is a little bit up on him. I think I like James Johnson, man. I like James Johnson. We're gonna go James Johnson. And for my center, for today's center, we can get jiggy with center. Like we don't have to just go one way. We can get jiggy with center. You got Bam out of Bio. You got Jaja 3.7. We can get jiggy at center. Top Plumlee. Steven Adams at 7.3. Carl Anthony Towns, Hassan Whiteside. Who are we liking for center today? I think Plum Dog could be in there. I kind of like Plum Dog. Look at Gortat. I mean, you gotta play Gortat. He's cheap as shit. Plum Dog or Gortat. Which way do you go? Because we got 6.3 per player. And if whatever center I'm playing, I'm matching them with a point guard. So do I play Adams? Do I play Curry and Jaja? Do I play Curry and Jaja? Do I play Wall and Gortat or Westbrook and Adams? Which one? Because if Gortat is here, I'm going Wall. I'm going Wall at point guard. Bam. I'm going Wall at point guard. So Lonzo says Willie Cauley-Stein. So if I go Willie Cauley-Stein, if I go Willie Cauley-Stein, then that means I can easily play if I play Willie Cauley-Stein, that means I can easily go. Okay. I say Curry Gortat, best mix of the two. Okay. So we gonna Wall Gortat and we've got what? We've got 5.26 remaining. So let's grab a shooting guard. This is where we're gonna have to find some value. We want Wiggins, Buddy Hield, Hardaway Jr. Ooh, yes, yeah, Hardaway Jr. Hardaway Jr. And then we have 4.9 left for 2 more spots. And the Oubre could be a play if we find out something's going on there. Kelly Oubre Jr. This is kind of like a stack of Washington stack. And then power forward to close it out. Markieff Morris. So we ended up making a Washington Wizards stack where we've got Gortat, Markieff Morris, Kelly Oubre Jr., John Wall, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, James Johnson. I think it'll be contrarian. I think it'll be. This is a nice tournament joint. I don't know how much I'm in love with it, but I mean, I kind of like it. All right, cool. Fuck it, let's roll. That's it. So that is today's FanDuel stack. It is a Washington stack. That's how I'm rocking, man. I've got this lineup entered. We've got Curry, Wall, Klay Thompson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Paul George, Oubre Jr., James Johnson, Markieff Morris, and Marcin Gortat. And feel free to make any changes to it. Do whatever you want to do, man. Let's just get out there and get some money, man. Much love to all of you. Thank you all. Let's have a wonderful and profitable Thursday night. Remember, the number one thing I want you to do, man, is keep it real, keep it honest, and always, always keep it 300. Peace.